What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to take a look at Hbar. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I will be doing the 1000 subscriber giveaway next week. So yesterday we were looking at Hbar. I think it was roughly just a bit below the 786, and I said that if we do lose this low at the 1, we're going to roll over and we're going to roll over to these technical targets. So we did have a nice bounce off that zone, but I don't think the dip is done. Of course, if you got above the 1, we're going to invalidate further downside. But guys, even if we do come up to the 1, I think we'll get rejected because we are in a technical target to the 1618, and if we were to lose that, we're going to come down to these targets over here at 18 cent, which I've been talking about over the last few days, and I do believe that we're going to roll over. Guys, I want to urge you to all watch my Bitcoin video, because today I go through a potential scenario. There's two patterns basically saying that if we lose a certain level, we could roll over to 37,000, and that would completely destroy all the altcoins. A complete massive shakeout. So if that were to happen, I just want to make you aware of it. Of course, right now, it's like hopium in the sense that you haven't lost the low. It's not going to happen at the moment. But if you're losing key levels, it will happen. And so I'm just making you guys aware of that in today's video. I will link it down below. I have already spoken about it on my Twitter this morning. It's just uploading right now. So my Twitter is Louis_crypto if you want to check that update. But of course, guys, I urge you guys to watch the Bitcoin video if you care about your altcoins, because that will determine what happens with these coins. Let's now take a look at Hbar on the monthly time frame and why we could be coming down to 18 cents, which I've been talking about over the last few days. So of course, I've been seeing it across many altcoins and Bitcoin, and this is why it's key to watch Bitcoin, that we printed this shooting star over here. And so after that, you've started to roll over, and I've gone through that on my Elrond update and now on my Bitcoin update. They're all uploading. So what we want to see is, in a bull market, for us to hold above the 12 EMA on the monthly and the 20 EMA on the monthly time frame. Now, of course, Hbar doesn't have a lot of data, so it doesn't have as many EMAs. It doesn't have the 55 monthly EMA, for example. But this is why Bitcoin is the most important chart, and I will keep saying it. In a dip, the only coin that matters is Bitcoin. Why? Because when we're dipping, if Bitcoin wants to turn around, the altcoins will, but the altcoins will literally look so disgusting that it will make you think, yeah, we're in a bear market. But the Bitcoin chart is the only one that matters. And as long as that's holding higher lows, key levels of support, higher lows, higher highs, then we're good for continuation. And even if your altcoins are printing lower lows and lower highs, you need to understand that, because with a lot of altcoins, especially VeChain, XRP, when they double bottom on the higher time frames, you do usually get a lower low, and that lower low is making everyone panic sell, thinking it's a bear market. But Bitcoin never did that. Or if Bitcoin does do a lower low, like with a W pattern, the altcoins will put even like a worse lower low, and it will make it look like, no, this is never recovering. But of course, if Bitcoin goes up, the rest will go up. So please check out that video. It's so important if you care about your alts. So what I'm seeing on Hbar is, last month we closed out here. It's already 2 weeks into this month, and with that, you've rolled over so harsh. So what usually happens, and it's not 100% of the time, nothing here is guaranteed, but what a lot of the time happens is that a candle will go the opposite direction first and then go the direction it wants. That doesn't mean this will go green. That's just sometimes that happens. And of course, at the moment, the first half of this candle has gone to the downside. We still have just over 2 weeks left. So could we potentially wick down a little more, potentially to that 20 EMA? And the reason why I'm saying this is because that 0786 is sitting there. If we measure from this swing low over here to this swing high, you can see, oh Louis, you're not catching those wicks right. If you go to the 4-hour time frame on the Binance chart, you will see that this here is the exact bottom and this here is the exact top. And for some altcoins, it just likes doing this. It likes saying that, yeah, it's up there. But in reality, if you go to the smaller time frames, which you should do when you're checking your fibs, check on the 4-hour, for example, where the true support is, where the true resistance is. So I hope you understood that part. Yeah, so we've already back tested the 12 EMA, which you do hold in a bull market, basically. So if you do lose that, you're going to come to the 20. As long as you get to the 20 and get back above the 12, or just hold the 20, we're good for continuation. That would make sense because that 0786 is sitting there. Now, of course, if we lose that 20 EMA on the monthly, this is a very negative case for Hbar, and we could roll over to the 1 and then go into a bear market all the way down here to these technical targets. Maybe this swing high or these swing highs over here at the 1618. But I'm not seeing that. That is hopium, guys. You need to understand that it's not going down there until you lose the 20 and the 1. So at the moment, we've lost the 0618 on an open candle, so we can't make judgments on an open candle. This could come all the way to here, and then by the end of the month, close above that 12 EMA, close above that 0618. That is what I would like to see. So I'm just going to do like a little experiment right now. So let's say that we did go to the 0786. So if that is your bottom, then of course if you were to work your way back up the fibs to around 37 cent, we could see Hbar go to the 1618 at $1.14 as a target. But right now that is also hopium. We need to find the bottom exactly. So we have to wait for the monthly close basically. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. So on the weekly, the 0618 is sitting with the 55 weekly EMA. So if we do roll over to that 0786, I want to see it get back above. Let's say we close below the 55 EMA. We must, when we come back, get back above it, because if you do hit your head on it, if you turn it into resistance, that's your bear market basically. But guys, I do not care about my altcoin charts. I only care about Bitcoin. So in reality now, I just want the 55 EMA on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin to hold. If the alts lose it, I don't care, okay? Because I've seen it in the past where they lost it and Bitcoin didn't. And what happened? They will continue it up because Bitcoin is the mothership. She is the champion. She decides the market. Same with Ethereum, to be honest. But Bitcoin is the number one. So we'll determine the trends. Now, of course, again, the alts can look shitty, but Bitcoin, as long as it goes up, they will follow. So I hope you understood this update today. There's not much more to say. I've shown you the 4 hour, the monthly, and the weekly. So I can say here that there's this descending triangle. Your technical target will be from here to here. You lost it and you backtest it as resistance. So yeah, your technical target sitting roughly at the bottom of this wick. So it makes sense to fill in this wick now. We've basically almost already done it. Some people will say, yeah, that's enough. It could be enough, to be honest. But until you break back above that descending triangle support up here at 25 cent, we're going to continue down to this target at 20 cent where you're losing this low, and so rolling over to that larger 786. So let's just check this for some confluence. So measuring from here to there. Yeah, so that's just a little overshoot of that 1618. If you do work your way through the fibs, get back above the 1 and that 786, your low of that descending triangle, then we could continue up. But you got your EMAs over here where you could hit your head on, and of course continue that rollover. So look at these two targets. Look where that larger 786 is at roughly 18 cent. That's where I think Hbar could go to. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, I urge you all to watch that Bitcoin update. I know I've said that a million times, but it's so important. I don't get enough views on them. So I'll catch you in the next one, guys. As always, peace.